Hey, it's been a bonny month since the grand unveiling of Ark Survival Ascended, and I must say it's been a fair to middling experience. However, it is not without its. Nah, I'm just playing. I don't talk like that. At least I don't think so. Alright, so it has been a month since the game has dropped, and I have had some issues with the game so far, such as bugs, glitches. On top of that, I have seen a few amount of people who have faced already some cheating, which would include aimbotting, speed hacking, all the shenanigans that you would see on a cheating client. Before we get further into the video, I do want to plug in my hours to actually prove that I have played Ark Survival Ascended, so it doesn't appear like I'm speaking out of my ass. Let's begin. So the main issue with Ark Survival Evolved was that there was an immense amount of cheating, and that was really the only real problem with the game. There are some other issues, but I will list them later. So let's quickly review what I believe was the worst types of cheating. So account sharing, teaming, duping, CC blueprints, RMT, spoofing, DDoSing, exploits, meshing, and illegal racer, and most importantly, aimbot or client hacks. And you're wondering how many of those that I just listed were actually fixed. Well, CC blueprints in a way are fixed, or that has now been addressed with the increase in loot quality. So pretty much everyone has access to 1000 plus durability flag sets, and yeah, so you don't have to do as much BP grinding to be able to compete with other tribes. I'm not sure if DDoSing has been fixed, but Wildcard has been implementing many server stability updates, so it definitely seems like they're putting their attention there. Next, what also got fixed, grapple glitch, which would fall under exploits, that has been removed from the game, which thank God, because it pretty much made any base spot easy to raid, which in my opinion was bad, because I mean it is a glitch. The grappling hook wasn't implemented into the game for that to be a function. And then meshing is not really fixed, but they have implemented a camera lock, so you can't actually look under the map anymore. So it is hard to scout, but I believe it's still relatively easy to mesh. And illegal racer, this has been fixed, but not in the way that it should have been. They did remove giant metal hatch frames. That also just, in my opinion, just ruined like a bunch of the previous builds that you could do on Ark Survival Evolved with bases and stuff. I believe they should have just made it where you can't attach giant metal hatch frames onto platform dinos. That would seem like a more logical fix, but it is wildcard. So I'm gonna say I think down the road they should be able to fix some other things. Aside from cheating, some things that I didn't like was the way that they actually went about reducing lag, quote unquote, on servers. So they basically reduced the building limit by half, to my understanding. Perhaps that's the only way to fix it, but that does mess up a lot of PvP builds, because now you're on limited capacity. It does seem like a band-aid fix. Another issue with Ark Survival Ascended, or as far as the mechanics, is they somehow reverted the change of quality of life for the tech dedicated boxes. So previously they implemented it where you could grab all from a dedicated box, and even if it was past your weight capacity, it would still pull out every slot until you were slot capped. It no longer does it, and it's honestly a pain to move heavy things around, at least on official where weight isn't boosted. And lastly, one of the biggest issues that I've noticed, and I think everyone can agree upon, is they messed up the industrial cooker, because you used to be able to passively craft medical brews. You no longer can do that, because if you just leave narcotics and tinto berries, it'll just start crafting dye, which is kind of whack. As previously it was really easy, now it's an actual job to craft just about any recipe that includes berries. Hopefully wildcard can fix this issue. This does affect PvE players as well, not just PvP players. But other than that, I think that's the main critiques that I have for at least Ark Survival Ascended. I think it's not that bad of a game. It just needs a couple of fixes. As far as PvP is, the game is, at least in my opinion, is in a stale state. Since transfers have been down for so long, player count is going to decline. I stopped playing Ark consecutively because there's no content for me to record, as there is no PvP. But if you're a PvE player, which if you are, you're probably not even watching this video, but if you plan on playing PvE for Ark Survival Ascended, it's probably not that bad, I'd imagine. Especially with the implementation of mods and the cross-platform. That is going to be really nice if you play with a bunch of friends. But that's all I have for you guys today. If you made it to the end, you must be amazing.